to have you along tonight as the 4-3 Torrington Trailblazers, the Douglas Bearcats, who are 5-1 on the year. This is a big Southeastern Conference game tonight, and it's brought to you by your good sports boosters in Torrington along with Douglas. Taking a look at tonight's contest, the Douglas Bearcats 5-1 on the year. They're ranked number 3 in this week's Associated Press High School 3A Prep Poll. Torrington Trailblazers come in at number 5. It should be a dandy. The Blazers tonight's game off a 20-point win last night here at Willie Jim as they defeated Wheatland 79-59. Douglas comes off a rout as they defeated Guernsey Sunrise Thursday night 109-57. Time now for tonight's starting lineups, and it is the Center Pharmacy starting lineup brought to you by Center Pharmacy. For you folks in Torrington, we'll be back with tonight's starting lineups after this 30-second timeout from Center Pharmacy.
Center Pharmacy is
proud to support Bearcat Sports is Dean Gully Motors, your winning Chevy dealer in Douglas. Dean Gully urges everyone to attend and support Douglas Bearcat Sports. And for a new Chevy car or truck, see Dean Gully Motors, your winning Chevy dealer in Douglas. Another Bearcat sponsor is Dr. Wayne Hudson, a member of the American Optometric Association, for a family practice or for contact lenses in Douglas at 124 North 4th, phone 358-9008. Dr. Wayne Hudson.
And here's tonight's Center Pharmacy starting lineup. First off for the defending 3A state champions, the Douglas Bearcats. Again, 5-1 on the year under head coach Rich Yeaman. Their starters look like this. The center will be Nathan Rolfe. Rolfe 6'2", a senior, averaging 22 points a game. Rolfe, a two-time 3A All-State performer. The other front liner will be Brandon Flair. Flair, 6 foot, a junior. He's averaging around 14 points a game for the Bearcats. He's a transfer this year into Douglas from Vail, Colorado. The 3 guards look like this. At one guard will be John Hardy. Hardy, 5'11" and a senior, averages 14 points a game. The other 2 guards are the Philo brothers. Jeff Philo, 5'9", a senior, averages 10 points a game. The other guy will be David Philo. Philo, Dave at 5'8", a junior, averaging 5 points a contest. Other Bearcats to see action tonight will be 5'11" sophomore Troy Cooper. Cooper comes in averaging 8 points a game for the Bearcats. He also is second in rebounding. Other players to see time for Douglas will be Andy Schroeder. Schroeder, 5'8", a junior, averages 5 points a game. Here's tonight's starting lineup for the Torrington Trailblazers under head coach Dale Ryan. They come in at 4-3 on the year. Their assistant is Joel Cothrop. The guards shape up like this. At the point will be Tom Castro. Castro, 5'8", 130 and a senior, averaging 10.2 points and 6 assists a contest. The other guard will be David Kellner. Kellner, 5'11", 150 and a junior, averages 5.4 points a contest. The front line consists of center Ty Orton. Orton, 6'4", 180 and a junior, averages 11.5 points a game to go along with 9 rebounds and 2 block shots a contest. The other frontliners will be Scott DeBolt. DeBolt, 6'1", 165 and a senior, averages 9.7 points a game, go along with 4 rebounds. The other frontliner, Ross Hunter. Hunter will be starting tonight in the place of Kyle Smith. Hunter, 6'1", 165 and a senior, averages 4.1 points a contest. Now Kyle Smith, the 6'6", 265-pound All-State center for the Trailblazers, went down with a foot injury last night against Wheatland. He is suited up tonight. He will see plenty of time for the Trailblazers. Other Blazers to see action tonight will be Mike Bauer. Bauer, 5'9", 150 and a senior, averages 9 points a game. Nick Prado for the 5'7" senior, along with Josh Weitz to see time for the Torrington Trailblazers. That's tonight's Center Pharmacy starting lineup brought to you by Center Pharmacy in Torrington. Back here to Willie Jim after this 30-second timeout.
Center Pharmacy is your prescription.
Here's an H&R Block tax tip. Should I itemize my deductions? Because itemizing your deductions can lower your tax bill, you should itemize if you can. You can benefit from itemizing if the total of your itemized deductions is more than your standard deduction. Itemized deductions include expenses for medical and dental care, state and local real estate, income and personal property taxes, interest on your home loans, investment interest, charitable contributions, casualty or theft losses, job-related moves, and miscellaneous job, investment, and tax preparation costs. This has been a...
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we'd watched were so gallantly and the rockets were clear above the singing, gave proof to the night that our flag was still there. Oh, they just cast our spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
With tonight's national anthem, Ari, a Torrington High School student. We'll be back here with tonight's tip-off. It's Torrington taking on Douglas. Hold on to your hats. It's going to be a good one. You're headed on KGUS, KERM Torrington, KWIB Douglas. Back with the tip-off after this 1-minute timeout. Down here from Douglas and, of course, the Torrington faithful. Tonight's officials for this game, Phil Gerke, Scott Freeman out of Casper. Douglas coming on the court, their royal blue uniforms, white numerals, white numbers, white lettering with the red trim, the Blazers in the home white, maroon numerals, maroon lettering, gold trim, we're ready to go. Both teams now on the court, jumping up for the Blazers will be Ty Orton, Nathan Rolfe to go up for the Bearcats. There's the whistle, we're ready to go. Ball up in the air, tap, controlled, it'll go to Castro for Torrington. He'll bring it up court, passes the ball right side, kicks it back out to Castro. Douglas in the 1-3-1 zone D. Pass to Horton, it's knocked away on the block by Hardy, but it's picked back up by Castro. He'll pass on a wing to Kellner. Kellner with the left side, cross court to DeBolt. Back top of the key with the ball now, Castro. Castro pass over to DeBolt, back to Castro. Tommy looks around. Will dribble now left side, stop at the free throw line, put it up, no good. Rebound swatted away, picked up by Kellner. Kellner back out to Castro, cross court to DeBolt. No score, 7:26 left to go in the first. Castro goes cross court to Kellner. Dave fires up the three, it won't go down, but we have a foul underneath on the play also. It's called against Ross Hunter of Torrington. Hunter along with Hardy battling out down low. Hunter gets called for the foul. First as a team on the Blazers. Bearcats with it in the backcourt. David Philo to bring it up. He'll pass it over to Hardy. Hardy will dribble right side, go deep right corner, pass over to Fleer, put up the shot off the glass, up and in. 2-0 Bearcats. 7 minutes left to go first quarter. Castro brings it up for the Blazers past the half-court line. He'll go over to Kellner, back to Castro, back over to Scott DeBolt. Back top of the key to Castro, to DeBolt, to Castro. Douglas still in the 1-3-1 zone. Castro penetrates, pass left side to Kellner. Dave to Orton. Ty, hit fake, goes up for the jumper, rims off, no good. Rebound loose on the court, picked up by Hunter. He goes baseline, goes to the bucket, shot no good. Rebound Fleer. Fleer, outlet pass. Goes to Hardy. He'll fish it up quickly over in the corner to Jeff Philo. Over to David Philo. Shot no good. Ball goes out of bounds. Off of Bearcat, it'll go back to Torrington. 6.25 left to go first quarter. Still 2-0 Douglas. Ty Orton tying up a sneaker in the backcourt. Then he'll get the ball from the official, Phil Gerke. He gets it. He'll make the inbounder to Castro, and Tom will bring it up court. Past the half-court line, met there by David Philo. Pass to Kellner. He goes cross-court to the ball. He'll shoot up the three. Rims off, no good. Orton, the rebound and the bucket. Ty gets the board in the hoop. We're tied at 2. Hardy with it past the half-court line. It's stolen away by Castro. Tommy dribble drive, lay it up and in. He picked Hardy's pocket, went to the bucket, laid it up and in. It's 4-2 Blazers. Douglas with it in the backcourt. With it is David Fido. Brings the half-court line. Stops at the free throw line. Kicks it back, and he'll get called. No, 3-second violation. No, foul on the play against Torrington. I thought they might call a 3-second violation, but instead they call the foul on David Kellner. Second team foul on the Blazers. First on Kellner. Douglas to key it in underneath their own basket. Hardy to throw it in. He does so. Go way out top with it, Jeff Philo. Over on a wing, pass to Rolfe. He'll go baseline, right side, throws it away. Picked up by Hunter. Turnover, Douglas. Castro quickly to bring it up. Past the half-court line, goes in the corner to DeBolt. Back to Castro left side. Cross court now, Kellner. He'll fire up the three. Rims off, no good. Rebound, loose on the court, picked up by David Philo. Pass up court, will go to Jeff Philo. Down on a wing with a Rolfe. He goes baseline to the bucket. Shot no good. Rebound, spot four, picked up by Kellner. Kellner on the dribble. Pass up court to Bolt. Is in the lane. Goes up. He gets his ball knocked away by David Philo. Philo picked his pocket as Scott was making his move to the bucket. And in turn, Philo went out of bounds. The Blazers will throw it in underneath their own basket. 5:15 left to go first quarter. It's 4-2 Torrington. Douglas still in the 1-2-1 zone defense. Shot off the glass. Kellner, no good. Rebound, the long one, picked up by Jeff Philo. He'll bring it up on the dribble. Stop at the three-point line. Hand it over to Rolfe. He'll drive the paint. One-handed shot. Goes in. Nathan Rolfe with his first 2 points on the one-hander. We're tied at 4. 4:54 left to go first quarter. Castro to bring it up. Met as he gets past the half-court line by David Philo. Pass goes out of bounds off the hands of Hardy. He was trying to go to DeBolt right side, but it'll go back to Torrington. Orton will key it in for the Blazers. Inbounder goes to Castro. To Kellner. He'll pass down low. It goes off the backboard and out one. It'll go over to Douglas. Jeff Philo brings it up on the dribble. Pass to Rolfe. Drives to the bucket. Shot no good. Down Kellner for Torrington. Kellner on the dribble drive. Has the ball on the other end. Instead, we'll spread it out. Go left side. Pass down low. Orton the bucket up and in. He has 4. It's 6-4. Torrington by 2. 4:20 left to go in the quarter. Douglas with the basketball. Flair with it left side. Back out top. Philo to Rolfe. He'll spin dribble. Put the shot up off the glass. No good. Rebound. Ty Orton. Outlet to Kellner. Almost knocked away by Jeff Philo. But Dave will bring it up court. Pass Castro. 3-point shot. Not even close. Goes out of bounds. And it'll go back to Douglas. He got it partially blocked that time by David Philo. New players into the Torrington lineup. Kyle Smith, the 6'6 senior, along with Mike Bauer sitting down. Hunter and Kellner for the Blazers with 3:55 left to go first quarter. Torrington by 2. Douglas has the basketball. David Philo to bring it up on the pass to Hardy. Has it past the half-court line. Will stop in the corner, lose it out of bounds. Turnover Douglas. It'll go back over to Torrington. Just lost it out of bounds in the right corner, and the Blazers will walk it up court. Castro with it past the half-court line, penetrates, pass on a wing. Bauer, the shot from the left side, no good. Rebound to Bolt, gets it knocked away, and it's stolen by Hardy. Hardy on the dribble drive, pass in the corner. David Philo up for the shot. He'll get called for the travel. David Philo on the left wing was going baseline and walked with it, and it'll go back over to the Blazers. They lead by 2, 6-4 with 3:28 left to go in the first. Castro to walk it up court. Now past the half-court line, pass to Bauer. He's in the forecourt. Back to Castro. Tommy back over on a wing to Bauer. Bauer goes baseline, stop there, go back out Castro. Castro penetrates, pass over on a wing. Bauer, the 3-point shot, rims out, no good. Rebound Hardy. Pass up court. Nobody there but Castro, and he saves it from going out of bounds. What a play by Castro. Castro will bring it up on the dribble. Pass on a wing. Bauer. Down low. Orton in the paint. Shot put up and in. He has 6. 8-4 Torrington. 2:50 left to go in the quarter. Jeff Philo with it past the half-court line for the Bearcats in the forecourt. Pass to Rolfe. Inside the three-point line. Drives the paint. Lays it up and in. Nice play, Nathan Rolfe. He has 4. 8-6 Blazers, 2:34 left to go in the quarter. Castro to lock it up. Past the half-court line with the pass to DeBolt in the right corner, back to Castro. Castro dribbles left, stops around the top of the key, stealing the dribble, pass into the paint, intended for Smith, knocked away, goes to Bauer, he drives, lays it up and in. Bauer with his first two. Mike with a nice move on the other end. Douglas with the ball, shot put up, no good. David Philo, rebound Orton. Here come the Blazers. Castro double drive, goes into the paint, puts up the shot. Foul on the play, it'll be called against John Hardy. The foul on John Hardy is first as a team for Douglas. Two new Blazers will come back into the lineup. Two original starters, Ross Hunter, David Kellner. Sitting down, Ty Orton, Scott DeBolt. And going to the free throw line will be 5'8" senior Tom Castro. New player into the Douglas Bearcat lineup, Troy Cooper, 5'11" sophomore, averages 8 points a game. Sitting down will be Fleer. Free throw, Castro's good. He'll have one more. Tommy with 3 on the night. It's 11-6 Blazers, 2:04 left to go in the first. Castro second, airborne, that's good. Tommy doing a good job at the line after a slow start to start the season. On the other end, Douglas has the basketball. With it is Jeff Philo. Cross court to David Philo. The long range jumper is good. Just inside the three-point line, David Philo drains it, and it's 12-8 Blazers by 4 with 1:50 left to go first quarter. Bauer with the ball past the half-court line, goes cross-court, intended for counter, it goes off his hands. Hardy picks it up, drives to the basket, and the lay is good by Rolfe. He missed the shot. Rolfe there to put it back down. It's 12-10 Blazers. 1:30 left to go in the quarter. Castro with the top of the key, gets it knocked away, goes back into his hands, pass to Hunter, baseline shot, that's good. First two on the night by Hunter. 14-10, Torrington by 4, 1:18 left to go first quarter, and this is a dandy. Jeff Philo, pass over to Hardy, over on a wing. Rolfe, the three-pointer is good. He hit it on the right side. He has 9 points, and it's 14-13 Torrington, 1:02 left to go first quarter. Kellner with it, pass to Smith in the paint. He's fouled on the play. Kyle caught it. He went up for the shot and put it down. The bucket won't count. I bet they're going to call it before he went up for the shot. And it is. It was before the shot. The bucket won't count. The personal called on Hardy, his second. Second as a team for the Bearcats. Inbounder Kyle Smith. He has a right side pass to Castro to Kellner. Over on a wing with it. Bauer to Kyle Smith, baseline shot, rims off, no good. Rebound picked up by Ross Hunter. He goes baseline, puts it up, shot off the side of the backboard, no good. Rebound to Douglas. Jeff Philo to Hardy. Over on a wing, pass down low. David Philo, shot is good. David Philo with 4. It's 15-14 Douglas, their first lead of the game. 30 seconds left to go in the corner, and Tom Castro throws the ball out of bounds, but it goes off the hands of David Philo. It'll go back over to the Blazers. They'll throw it in right side. Back into the lineup. Brandon Fleer for the Bearcats sitting down. It'll be Hardy. Ross Hunter to key it in. He'll do so to Mike Bauer. To Castro. Back over on a wing to Mike Bauer. Pass down low, baseline shot. Kyle Smith is good. His first two of the night. It's 16-15 Torrington. 17 seconds left to go in this a very good first quarter. Douglas breaks the half-court line. Over with it, Jeff Philo puts up the shot, baseline, but a foul on the play. He drove straight to the baseline, went up and shot it, but he fouled. The personal call. That on Ross Hunter, his second foul. Third is for the Blazers. That was before the shot, so Douglas will key it in underneath their own basket. Fleer to key it in. Looks for a cutter, finds one finally way out top, and Andy Schroeder. He'll fire up the shot, that's good. Schroeder just came into the lineup, 5'8" junior. He hits it, and it's 17-16. Shot at the buzzer, Castro, no good from half court, and this has been a very good first quarter of play. Your score, at the end of one quarter of play, Douglas 17, Torrington 16. We'll be back here to Willie Jim after this from your Sports Boosters, back in 30. And KERM in Torrington. Torrington, along with KWIB in Torrington. I'm Tim Hurst. Good to be glad to be along with you tonight. This has been a very good first quarter of basketball. 17-16 Douglas over the Torrington Trailblazers. Leading scores in the game for Douglas, Nathan Rolfe with 9. One of those a three-pointer. David Philo with 4. Fleer and Schroeder with 2 apiece for Douglas. Orton with 6. Castro with 4. 2 apiece for Smith and Bauer for the Blazers. Douglas with the basketball. Pass gets stolen away by Castro. He loses it. It's loose on the floor. Rolfe picks it up. He'll pass it over to Hardy. Hardy in the paint. Spin around. Put up a shot. No good. And a foul on the rebound. Little helter-skelter there. Rolfe caught it on the steal. Threw to Hardy. And he spun around. Put it up. And there was a foul on the rebound. The personal call against Nathan Rolfe is first. 4's a team for the Bearcats. Blazers to bring it up court. Castro with a pass the half-court line to DeBolt in the corner. He's double-teamed. Back out to Castro. Castro fires up the jumper. It's good. From about 18 feet out. Castro with 6. And it's on the other end. Here comes Douglas. A whistle, and they're going to call a foul on the Blazers. It's 18-17 Torrington. They're going to call the personal on Kyle Smith. Rolfe was going baseline. And the Bearcats will throw it in underneath their own bucket. Check that. They're going to call the foul on Orton. Foul on Orton, not Kyle Smith. No, it is on Smith. They finally get it corrected on the scoreboard. Shot from 3 on the inbounds play is good. That's clear. He has 5, and it's 20-18. Douglas with the 2-point lead. Torrington with it past the half-court line. With it is Kellner to Orton. Shot not even close, but he was fouled on the play by John Hardy. So Ty Orton will go to the free throw line as Hardy gets picked up with a personal foul, and that is the 3rd personal on John Hardy. Here in the first half of play with 7:09 left to go in it, he has yet to score in the first half of play. So Ty Orton will go to the free throw line for Torrington to shoot 2. The first, no good. I'll have one more. 20-18 the score. The second, up and good. Orton with 7, and it's 20-19 Douglas. The Bearcats to bring it up. With it, David Philo. Philo pass on a wing to Fleer. Back out Philo. Blazers in the zone defense. 2-1-2 style. Pass down to Rolfe. He'll spin around. Goes one-on-one with Smith. Shot no good. Rebound Castro. He loses it. It's picked up by Philo. Shot blocked by Orton. Rejected by Orton. Then it goes out of bounds off of Blazer. And it'll go back over to Douglas. First shot block of the contest by Orton. He's averaged 2 blocks a game. Douglas with the basketball. Philo fouled on the play by Kellner around the top of the key. Second personal on Dave Kellner. On the Blazers. That's their fifth team foul. And the Bearcats will throw it in left side. Cooper to throw it in. He'll do so with it. David Philo. Philo, dribble left side, stop, pass down low, intended to Rolfe, out of bounds, off Nathan's hands, and it'll go back over to Torrington. 6:41 left to go first half. 20-19 Douglas. Castro to bring it up court for Torrington. Stops in the backcourt, pass to Orton. He'll go to Kellner, pass down low Smith. He's on the baseline, he'll fire up the shot, no good, rebound Rolfe. Here comes Douglas. Rolfe on the dribble drive, loses the basketball, knocked away by Kellner. Kellner, dribble drive into the paint, loses the ball, stolen away by Jeff Philo. Philo with the steal, and he'll bring it up court. Orton was right beside him, and he didn't throw it to him. Rolfe on the other end for Douglas, drives the paint, shot up, no good, tipped in by Cooper on the rebound. 22-19 Douglas. 6 minutes left to go first half. Orton with it in the backcourt for Torrington to Castro. Past the half-court line. Tommy on the dribble. Goes right side to DeBolt. Back out to Castro. Castro on the dribble, and a foul on the play. It's going to be called on David Philo as he knocked Ty Orton to the floor. Good pick that time. Ty was setting a pick for Tommy to move around on, and Philo got called for the foul. 5th team foul on Douglas. Back into the Torrington lineup. Lance Hunter setting down Kyle Smith. throw it in left side. On David Philo, his first foul. Inbounder to Kellner. Blazers down 3. They have the basketball. Castro fires up the jumper. Rims off, no good. Rebound goes to Cooper. Cooper outlet to David Philo. He'll bring it up court on the dribble. Pass on a wing to his brother. Jeff will whistle with a foul on the play. They call against the Blazers. Jeff Philo will go to the free throw line for Douglas. Where the Bearcats really get the ball up court quick on the break. New player into the Blazer lineup for the first time tonight, Josh Whites. White, 6'4", 185, and a junior. Averages 2.8 points a game. That personal foul on Torrington called against Castro is first. Sixth as a team. First free throw for Jeff Philo is good. That's his first point of the night. And it's 23-19 Douglas. He'll have another. Throws it airborne, and that's in and out, no good. Rebound swatted away, picked up by DeBolt for Torrington. Castro will bring it up court on the dribble for the Blazers. Pass the half-court line to Kellner with the left side. Back to Castro, cross-court to DeBolt. He'll go cross-court to Kellner. Dave dribbles baseline, stop the dribble there, go back to Castro. Tommy, the head fake, the three-point shot. Rims off, no good. Rebound, White skips. The ball goes up for the shot, and he's fouled. He'll go to the line to shoot 2. So Whites will go to the line for the Blazers. He was fouled from behind as he was going up to shoot. And the junior will have 2. The personal foul called, I believe, against Cooper. Yep, Troy Cooper gets called for the personal. Sitting down for the Blazers, Castro. Nick Prado in for the first time tonight. Prado, 5'7" and a senior. As White hits his first free throw, his first point of the game, and he hits his second also. 23-21 Douglas. 5:10 left to go first half. David Philo brings it up past the half-court line on the dribble, stops out top, pass to Jeff Philo, goes baseline, puts up the shot, airborne, and no good. It was an air ball. Rebound, Kellner. David to bring it up court. On the dribble, a whistle and a foul on the play, and it'll be called against David Philo of Douglas. Kellner coming up court. David Philo was trying to get the charging foul. Didn't get it accomplished, and going to the free throw line for the Blazers, David Kellner, as the Blazers from here on out, with 4:56 left to go, first half, will be at the line to shoot the 1-on-1. Kellner eyes it, fires it, and hits it. His first point of the night, and it's 23-22, Douglas by 1. He'll have one more. Kellner launches the second out the back of the rim. No good, and he gets back the rebound. Good hustle by Kellner. He'll go back to Prado. To DeBolt. Fires up the 3. No good. Rebound. Hauled in by Jeff Philo. He'll bring it up court on the dribble. Stops top of the key. Pass on a wing. David Philo gets double teamed. Kicks it back out top to Fleer. Now with the basketball. Jeff Philo. And he throws it away. Picked up by the Blazers. Prado with it. Past the half-court line. The pass to Kellner. The 3. In and out. No good. Fight for the rebound. Off the hands of DeBolt. And it'll go back over to the Bearcats. 23-22 Douglas. 4:26 left to go first half. David Philo on the dribble to Jeff Philo. He brings it past the half-court line. Down low with it. Cooper. Baseline shot. Good. Troy Cooper with 4. And it's 25-22 Douglas. 4:12 left to go in the half. Pass up court to Kellner. Down low. Hunter. Baseline shot. It rims off. DeBolt with the rebound. Goes up. Puts it up. No good. White lost it. Almost was able to put it up. Then coming up court, we have a foul on the play, and it's going to be called on Josh White. Jeff Philo on the dribble coming up court. Fouled by Josh, and on White's his first. New player into the Blazer lineup for the first time tonight. That's Rocky Robbins sitting down. Scott DeBolt. DeBolt sits down with no points. Tough outing so far for Scott. Robbins averages 2.5 a game. The free throw on the 1-on-1 is dropped by Philo. He hit it. He'll have one more. He has 2 points on the night. It's 26-22 Douglas by 4. 4:02 left to go first half. Second one's good by Jeff Philo. He has 3. Douglas with their biggest lead of the night, 5. 27-22. Blazers with it in the backcourt. They pass to Robbins, and he gets it knocked away. Turnover Blazers with the basketball. David Philo to Rolf. Shot off the glass, up and in on the break. Rolf with 11. 29-22 Douglas. Josh Wykes with the basketball. He'll get called for the traveling violation in the backcourt. Turnover Torrington. 3:40 left to go first half. Blazers down 7. Douglas will key it in at half court. 4 new Blazers to come into the Torrington lineup. Ty Orton, Kyle Smith, Tom Castro, Scott DeBolt. Sitting down, Wykes, Hunter, Counter, Robbins. So we got the quick guards in there now, and Prado and Castro, and the big front liners back in there for Torrington. Philo, Jeff Philo with the basketball on the forecourt for Douglas. Pass over on a wing to David Philo, left side back to Jeff Philo to Rolf. He dribbles down, puts up the shot, rims off, no good. Rebound, Kyle Smith. Baseball up court to Castro. It's too strong. Over Tommy's head out of bounds, and the ball will go back over to Douglas. And Nick Prado is down on the other end for the Trailblazers. He went down as the ball was being thrown up court. He's being attended to by trainer Wayne Petch. 3:24 left to go first half. It's 29-22 Douglas by 7. Nick gets up, and he'll be helped over to the sideline. Looks like the left leg injury of some sort, and he'll sit down. Back into the Blazer lineup, David Kellner with 3:24 left to go first half. At halftime, we have a great feature. It's called The Class of 1987, an interview with Matt Michael, a player on that 1987 state championship team of Torrington. You'll hear it at halftime. Douglas with the basketball. Driving the paint is Jeff Philo. He'll pass it over to Rolfo, whistle and a foul, and it will be called against Torrington. The Blazers get called for the foul, and going to the free throw line will be Nathan Rolf. The personal called against Scott DeBolt, his first. So Nathan Rolf will go to the line. He has 11 points tonight. The free throw, and an out, no good on the one-and-one. Rebound Smith, outlet to Castro. Blazers to bring it up court. They need a bucket here. Tommy past the half-court line. Looks for an open man. He finds one to DeBolt, right side. Back to Castro. Gets it knocked away, but he picks it back up. Pass to DeBolt, right corner. DeBolt, back to Castro. To Smith. Kyle in the paint, strong move. The shot put up and in. Kyle Smith with 4, and it's 29-24. Quickly down court comes Douglas, and they get it knocked away. Castro with the basketball off the steal, and he gets called for the traveling violation. Tommy was bringing it up court and got in the way of Kyle Smith, and Kyle knocked him around a little bit, and Tommy walked with it, so it'll go back over to Douglas. Back into the Blazer lineup, Mike Bauer sitting down. It'll be countered. 2:40 left to go first half, 29-24. Douglas by 5. They have the ball. With it is Fleer in the corner. He gets it stolen away for a minute by Bauer, but he loses it out of bounds, and it'll go back over to Douglas, and Jeff Philo will throw it in. Left side. He does so to Fleer. Fleer left forecourt on the dribble. Dribble center court. Stop. Pass over on a wing. Jeff Philo down low to Rolf. Baseline, and he steps out of bounds. Turnover Douglas. So it'll go back over to Torrington with 2:26 left to go in the half. 29-24. Douglas by 5. Castro to bring it up court for Torrington. He'll pass it to Orton. Orton back to Castro. Tommy past the half-court line with a pass to Bauer. Bauer on the dribble. Stop, fire up the 3. Off the rim, no good. Rebound to Bolt. Puts it back up, and he's fouled on the play. He'll go to the line. Good rebound by DeBolt down low. He went up hard after catching the ball, and he was fouled. He'll go to the line. The personal foul called against Brandon Fleer. Fleer's first. So going to the free throw line will be the 6'1 senior Scott DeBolt. DeBolt averaging almost 10 points a game for the Blazers on the year. The free throw, the first of 2 is good. 29-25. One more at the line for DeBolt, the second. Up and in and out, no good. Rebound swatted away, picked up by Fleer. He'll bring it up court with the pass to David Philo, past the half-court line. Stops at the three-point line. He'll pass it over in the corner to Fleer. Fleer throws it, intended for Philo, And it goes in the backcourt. Bible will pick it back as it was touched by a Blazer. 150 left to go in the half. Bible double team passed over to Flair. Flair goes baseline. Stops there. Pass down low. Roth. Turn around. Spin around. Shot. The one-hander put up and in. Nathan Roth with the pretty move over Kyle Smith. He has 13 and it's 31-25. Blazers down 6. They have the ball. Pass intercepted by Flair. He'll pass it over to Philo. David Philo with it. Stops top of the key. Pass to Flair. Goes baseline. Right side back over to David Philo. He fires up the three and it's good. David Philo was on the night with 6 points. And it's 34-25 Douglas. 109 left to go. First half. Blazers have the basketball. Down by 9. Pass to Orton in the paint. Goes up and jams it on the pass. Orton with the dunk. And it's 37. Check that, 34-27. Blazers down 7. Ball knocked away. Going by DeBolt. Saves it from going out of bounds. Ball still loose on the court. Picked up by Flair for Douglas. The roll. Drives towards the paint. A whistle and a foul will be called on Scott DeBolt. On the other end on that dunk, Orton caught it in the paint and made the strong move to the bucket and jammed it. So going on the other end, though, Roth went up for the shot and he's fouled. He'll go to the line to shoot 2. Roth on the night with 13. New player into the lineup for Douglas, Andy Schroeder. Roth, the first to 2, no good. He'll have one more. 34-27 Douglas. 44 seconds left to go here in the first half. Rocky Robbins back in for the Blazers. Sitting down, Scott DeBolt. Flair, a two-time, check that, Roth, a two-time All-Stater, as I mentioned earlier. Second one rims in, he has 14. It's 35-27 Douglas. They lead by 8. Torrington has the ball, though, with 39 seconds left to go in the half. They break the full court pressure. Pass to Castro, drives the paint, lays it up and in. Tommy with 8. And it's 35-29. 25 seconds left to go first half. Past the half-court line with it clear. He'll hand it over to Schroeder. Pass to Rolf. Free throw line shot. Rims out. No good. Hunter, the rebound. Pass up court. Loose on the court. Picked up by Douglas. Fleer over on a wing now with it is Rolf. Goes up for the shot. There's a foul on the play. Nathan Rolf will go to the free throw line again with 9 seconds left to go in the quarter. The personal called against Ross Hunter, and that's his 3rd foul. But something you don't want to see with 9 seconds left to go first half is your player get called for his 3rd personal foul. Nathan Rolfe at the line for 2, the first up and good. He has 15. It's 36-29 Douglas. 9 seconds left to go in the half. Rolfe second, rims around, falls off, no good. Rebound, Horton. Outlet pass to Bauer with 5 seconds. He'll bring it up court. Goes up, lays it up, and in! He scored! What a play! He grabbed it at half court, drove to the bucket, got fouled. The bucket counts. He'll go to the line for the 3-point opportunity. A big play for the Blazers with 2 seconds left to go in the half. Bauer with 4 points in the game, a chance to make it 5. The foul on Jeff Philo. He'll be there for 1. Shot is up and good. 36-32, coming up court. The shot at the buzzer, no good by Rolfe. Hey, what a first half of play. Your score at the end of the first half of play, Douglas leads at 36-32 over Torrington. And it's now time for our halftime feature, and you folks up in Douglas might want to listen in on this too. It's called KGUS-KUIM during the season. We'll have various interviews. Hopefully try to get Dave Walsh from the University of Wyoming, the voice of the Cowboys, on during the regular season. Also, many other interviews with Torrington High School faculty and coaches too. So we're not just going to play music or go back to the station at halftime. We're going to entertain you during halftime at Torrington Trailblazer basketball. For Douglas, he had to sit out much of the second quarter as he picked up his 3rd personal foul. Leading scorers for Torrington shape up like this. They were led in scoring by Ty Orton with 9, Tom Kestrel with 8, Kyle Smith with 4, 5 for Mike Bauer, 1 for David Kellner, 2 for Ross Hunter, and 2 for Josh Weitz. Again, still at halftime, Douglas 36, Torrington 32. We'll be back here to Willie Jim after this 1-minute timeout from our sports boosters. Off with 15, Ty Orton, for Torrington. Their leading scorer with 9. We're about ready to go. The starters coming out on the court for the Blazers in the second half to Bolt, Smith, Orton, Kellner, along with Castro. For Douglas, David Philo, Jeff Philo, Nathan Roth, John Hardy, Brandon Fleer. We're ready to go. Torrington will throw it in to start the second half of play. Orton to throw it in. He does so in the backcourt to Castro. Tommy on the dribble. Stops half court, pass left side to Kellner. Pass down low. Kyle Smith, turn around, puts it up and in on the baseline. Smith was 6, and it's 36-34. Bearcats in the ball, the lead by 2. They have it in the forecourt. Pass now to Rolfe. He dribbles the paint, turns around, throws it on the wing, and he'll get called for traveling. Rolfe was trying to make a spin dribble in the paint and hit his man on the left side and turn. He walked with it. And on the turnover, the Blazers got the ball back and bringing it up court. Castro to Orton. Back to Castro. Tommy past the half-court line with the pass to DeBolt right side. DeBolt back to Castro. Douglas is still in the zone defense. Castro fouled on the forecourt. It's going to be called on David Philo. Personal foul number 2 on David Philo with 7:22 left to go, third quarter. Douglas in the 2-point lead, and that's the first team foul in the second half also on the Bearcats. Castro with the basketball in the forecourt. Pass on a wing, Kellner on the baseline. Pass to Orton in the paint. The shot put up and in. He has 11, and we're tied at 36. 7:06 left to go, third quarter. Douglas with the basketball. David Philo in the corner. Back to Hardy. Back to David Philo. Blazers in the zone defense. With it now, Hardy. Pass to Rolfe in the paint. Puts up the shot. Runs off. No good. Rebound. Jeff Philo. Back to Rolfe. Shot put up and in. Rolfe with 17. And it's again a 2-point Douglas lead. 38-36. 6:36 left to go in the third. Kellner with it. Pass to Smith. Baseline jumper. Goes in. It hung on the rim and dropped for Kyle. He has 8, and we're tied at 38. Douglas with it in the backcourt. Philo. Pass to John Hardy. Pass to Rolfe in the paint. The shot put up and in. He has 19. And it's again another 2-point lead. Teams trading baskets to start the final, that's the final half, third quarter of play. Kellner with it left side. Cross court to DeBolt. Scott goes back out top to Castro. Castro on the dribble. Pass right side to DeBolt to Castro. Penetrates, goes into the paint. Pass goes off the hand of DeBolt out of bounds, and on the turnover, it'll go back to Douglas. 5:54 left to go in the third. 40-38. Bearcats lead by 2. Jeff Philo to bring it up. Past the half-court line. Stops in the forecourt. Pass to Rolfe. Spin around. Pass down low to Fleer. Goes up for the shot, and he's fouled on the play. And it'll be called against Ty Orton. Fleer took the pass from Rolfe. Went to the bucket, and Ty Orton fouled him. And going to the free throw line will be Brandon Fleer. On Orton, that's his first foul. First is the team for Torrington in the half. Back into the lineup for the Blazers. Mike Bauer sitting down. It'll be David Kellner. And at the free throw line for 2 will be 6-foot junior Brandon Fleer. First one, airborne and good. Fleer had 6 points on the night. Came into the game averaging 14. Douglas with the 3-point lead, and Fleer will have one more at the line. The second off the back of the rim, no good. Rebound loose on the court, picked up by Rolfe. Goes into the paint, scoops it up and in on the shot. He has 21. It's 43-38. Blazers down 5, and Castro brings it up to Orton. To Bauer, past the half-court line left side. Mike goes baseline, stops in the corner, looks for an open man, finds Smith. Back to Bauer. Bauer throws it cross court, ball loose on the court, still scramble forward, turnover Blazers. Hardy picks it up, pass over on a wing. Jeff Philo, baseline jumper is good. He has 5. And Douglas goes back to a 7-point lead, 45-38, with 5:04 left to go in the third. And Torrington coach Dale Ryan, what's the timeout? 5 minutes, 4 seconds left to go, third quarter. Your score, Douglas 45, Torrington 38. We'll be back with more from Willie, Jim, and Torrington after this 30-second timeout from our sports boosters. Past 20 for the Bearcats. Leading scorer for Torrington, Ty Orton with 11. Both teams heading back on the court. The Blazers need to get a bucket here on offense. They've been shut out the last couple of trips down. Castro with the basketball. Goes in the corner to Bauer. Shot from 3. No good. Rebound Hardy. Pass up court. Goes to David Philo. Dribble down baseline. Stop. Punch. Shot gets blocked away by Ty Orton again. Third block on the night by Ty Orton. Knocked it out of bounds. Douglas to throw it in underneath their own basket. Inbound pass. Goes to David Philo. He fires up the 3. Rims off. Rebound. Ty Orton. Ty. Outlet pass to Castro. Brings it up past the half-court line. Pass in the corner to Scott DeBolt. DeBolt back to Castro. Castro penetrates. Kicks it back to DeBolt. Shot blocked by Hardy. Scott was going to wing one up on the right side for 3, and Hardy just banged it out of bounds. Torrington will throw it in right side with 4:37 left to go in the third. Orton to throw it in. Throws it in to Bauer. He goes baseline, hands it over to Smith. Kyle shot no good. Rebound to Hardy. Hardy between the legs, dribble in the backcourt, pass to Fleer. Past the half-court line. Over on a wing, Jeff Philo. Long-range shot good from 3. Jeff Philo with 8. And at the 10-point Douglas lead, 48. He has 11, and it's 48-40. Douglas by 8, 4:04 left to go in the third. Bearcats break the half-court line. Jeff Philo, pass in the paint. Hardy, shot good. First 2 points on the night for John Hardy. And their lead back up to 10, 50-40. 3:50 left to go in the third. Castro with it in the backcourt. Pass goes in the corner. Now to DeBolt to Kyle Smith. He'll go baseline with the shot. It's good. He has 13. Another 8-point lead for Douglas. They're trading baskets now on the other end. Bearcats with the basketball. Going baseline. David Philo. Stop. Double team. Hands it over to Fleer. Turn around. Put up the shot. Up and in as he falls down. Brandon Fleer with 8. And it's 52-42 Douglas. 3:22 left to go in the third. Castro walks it up past the half-court line. Getting bumped a little bit and finally fouled by David Philo. Couple of bumps by David coming up court, and he finally got called for the personal foul. His first. Check that on him. That's his fourth. Fourth personal foul on David Philo. He'll sit down. So at the 3:16 mark, he'll sit down for a while. Coming in to replace him, Andy Schroeder, 5'8" and a junior. Castro with the basketball for Torrington. 3:13 left to go in the third. Bauer to Castro. Cross court to DeBolt. Over in the corner. Bauer all alone for 3. Rims off. Rebound DeBolt. The head fake goes up. He's fouled. He'll go to the line to shoot 2. The foul on Nathan Rolfe. Good rebound on the weak side that time by DeBolt. Made the nice pump fake. Went up. He was fouled, and he'll shoot 2 on Nathan Rolfe, his second foul. On Douglas, that's their third team foul with 3:03 left to go in the third. DeBolt there for 2. First one, airborne and good. The last 2 or 3 games, the Blazers doing a much better job from the free throw line. DeBolt with 1 more. The second. It rims out, no good. Rebound in the backcourt, Hardy. 52-43 Douglas by 9. They have the ball. Pass over in the corner, 3-pointer. Jeff Philo rims off. Rebound Bauer for Torrington. Bauer to bring it up on the dribble. Past the half-court line. Goes to Castro in the corner. Castro, the head fake, goes baseline pass. Smith, strong move. Puts up the shot. A whistle and a foul. And it'll go against Douglas. Kyle caught the pass from Castro as he penetrated baseline. He fed it over to Kyle, and he was fouled on the play. The personal call against John Hardy, and that's his 4th. So 2 Douglas starters on the bench with 4 fouls, John Hardy and David Philo. Blazers will throw it in underneath their own basket. Troy Cooper back into the lineup for Douglas to replace Hardy. Blazers down 9, inbounder. Goes to Smith. to Bauer in the corner. Pass down low. Orton ties, squares around, puts the shot up. No good. To Bolt, the rebound, gets it knocked away as he went up for the shot. Douglas brings it up court. With it, Jeff Fido. Shot, no good. Rebound, and the paint's picked up by Cooper, and he puts it up and in. He has 6 off the bench, and it's 54-43 Douglas. 2:20 left to go in the third. Castro past the half-court line with the pass to Bauer. Bauer cross-court to DeBolt. Scott with it. Pass to Smith baseline. Puts up the shot's good. Kyle's been on fire on that baseline jumper, and it's 54-45 Douglas. With 2 minutes left to go third quarter. Schroeder with the basketball on the dribble. Pass around a wing to Fleer. Back to Schroeder. To Rolfe. Goes up for a whistle on a foul to be called against Torrington. He went up for the shot, but he was fouled before he went up. So Torrington gets called for the foul, the personal, on Ty Orton, his second. Blazers down 9 as Douglas will throw it in underneath their own basket. Second team foul on Torrington. Three-pointer put up, no good by Fleer. Rebound and a foul on the play as Cooper went up and grabbed it, and he went up and he was fouled, and the paint will go to the line to shoot 2. New Blazer to come into the lineup. That'll be Ross Hunter. The personal foul called on Scott DeBolt. That's his third. So 5'11" sophomore Troy Cooper there for 2 for Douglas. Free throw. Rims out. They'll have one more. Didn't really follow through that time. He released it a little bit early. He'll have another. 1:49 left to go in the third. Second free throw, same way. Tip try, no good by Rolfe on the rebound, and it'll go back over to Torrington. Castro to bring it up past the half-court line. On the dribble, stops at the free throw line, pass to Bauer, down low to Orton, goes off the hands of Rolfe, and it'll go back to Torrington, and Orton will throw it in under the Blazer bucket with 1:38 left to go in the third. Orton to key it in. He'll do so to Bauer. Back out top to Castro. Douglas still in the zone defense. Pass on a wing to Hunter. To Castro. Tommy on the dribble. Pass over to Bauer. Pass down low. Orton on the baseline. Goes up for the shot. He's fouled though, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2. Personal foul call on Nathan Rolfe. So Ty Orton will go to the free throw line to shoot 2 on Rolfe. That's his third foul with 1:24 left to go in the third quarter. Douglas already has 2 players sitting down with 4. David Philo along with John Hardy. Free throw good for Orton. That may play a part in this game down the stretch drive in the fourth. The second for Ty is good. He has 13. Blazers down 7. 54-47, 1:22 left to go third quarter. Douglas with the basketball. With it Schroeder. Pass on a wing. With it Jeff Fido. Fido being hounded by Hunter, and they're going to call a foul on Ross Hunter. They're going to say Ross got him with the body. So Ross Hunter gets charged with the foul. That's his fourth. And he'll sit down with 1:14 left to go in the third. Rocky Robbins in to replace him. Jeff Fido to throw it in for Douglas. To Fleer. Back on top now with the ball, Schroeder. Jeff Fido to Schroeder. 1:05 left to go in the third. Fleer. Back over to Schroeder to Fleer. Back to Schroeder. Douglas spreading out the offense here with 57 seconds left to go in the corner. Ball stolen away by Tyler. Pass up court to Castro, and he's fouled on the play. Good defense that time by Torrington. Orton got the steal, threw it up court to Tommy Castro, and he was fouled on the play. The personal called against Jeff Philo, his second. 51 seconds left to go in the third. Blazers with the basketball, they're down 7. With it is Castro to Robbins. Pass down low, Smith. He loses it out of bounds, goes off his hands. Turnover Torrington. Douglas to get the ball back with 44 seconds left to go in the third. Schroeder, pass over in the backcourt to Jeff Fido. Breaks the half-court line, pass over to Schroeder again. Schroeder center court. Ball knocked up in the air, but it goes into the hands of Cooper. Tommy Castro playing the tough defense. Fleer with it for Douglas. 28 seconds left to go in the third. pass over on a wing with it now. Andy Schroeder for Douglas. They'll spread it out, and it's a four-corner type style spread offense. Cooper to Rolfe with 15 seconds. Schroeder penetrates in, stops, looks for an open man, finds one. Fleer back over on a wing. Jeff Philo, right side, back to Schroeder with 5. Three-pointer, rims off, no good. Rebound, Rolfe puts it up and in. That's the third quarter of play. Rolfe caught it, put it up and in to end the third quarter. And that for Rolfe is 22nd point. Your score at the end of 3 quarters of play, Douglas 56, Torrington 47. We'll be back with a very exciting fourth quarter of play on KGOS, KERM in Torrington and KWIB Douglas. We'll be back here to Willie Jim after this 30-second timeout. 47, Douglas leads over Torrington. Incidentally, I better mention in the girls' contest tonight, the first game before this one in the nighttime session, Douglas defeated Torrington in girls' play 57-39. So 8 minutes left to go in this basketball game, and Douglas has the ball to start the fourth quarter of play. With it, Jeff Philo, pass over on the wing to Fleer. Fleer goes into the corner, guarded by Orton. Back to Jeff Philo, back out top where the ball is Schroeder. Blazers in the 1-3-1 zone, and a whistle and a foul, and the paint will be called against Kellner of Torrington as he fouled Nathan Rolfe. On Torrington, the 15th foul in the second half. On Kellner, his second. Check that third foul on Kellner. Inbound pass, stolen away ball by Kellner. Dave with the big steal will dribble down, go baseline, lay it off the glass, up and in. Good heady play by David Kellner. Grabbed it, ran it down corner of the dribble, laid it up and in, and it's 56-49. Torrington down now by 7, and on the other end, Scott DeBolt knocked the ball out of bounds, and Douglas will throw it in front of their own bench. Fleer to get in. He'll do so, and he throws it away. Orton grabs it, hands it over to Kellner. The Blazers with the basketball. Kellner had a foul on the play as he was trying to make the pass back to Castro. The personal foul called against Andy Schroeder of Douglas. That's his first, and that is the 17th foul on Douglas, and with 7:26 left to go in the basketball game, Kellner will go to the line to shoot the 1-and-1 as the Blazers will be there for the rest of the contest. Kellner with 3 points on the night. First, no good on the 1-and-1. Missed it. Rebound goes to Douglas. Schroeder to bring it up court on the dribble. Almost blocks, throws up the shot. Rims off, no good. Rolfe with the rebound. Goes baseline. Puts it back up and rims off. Rebound. And a put back up and in by Brandon Fleer. He has 10. It's 58-49 Douglas. 7:06 left to go in the game. Orton with it in the backcourt. Pass to Kellner for Torrington. Cross court to DeBolt. Fires up a 3. Rims off. Rebound Kellner though, and Blazers will start the offense again. With it is Castro over the corner to Kellner. Kellner back to Castro. Tommy on the dribble, penetrates. Pass down low to Orton, a whistle and a foul away from the ball, and it'll be called against Torrington. Checked out a call against Douglas. The personal call against Andy Schroeder. Boy, a nice pass down low there by the Blazers, by Castro. As he was making that pass, he was fouled, and he'll go to the line to shoot the 1-on-1 here. 6:49 left. Tommy with 8 points on the night. Free throw, airborne, good. He has 9. Back into the lineup for Douglas, David Philo. He comes back in with 6:49 left and 4 personal fouls. One more at the line for Castro. The second. Up and falls. Hung on the rim and dropped. He has 10. 58-51. Douglas quickly down court and a foul on the play call against Tommy Castro. David Philo on the dribble bringing it up court, and Tommy trying to go for the steal gets called for the personal foul. So Douglas will throw it in left side. That's the 16th foul by Torrington. Second on Castro. Inbounder Jeff Philo to Rolfe. Over to David Philo in the forecourt. He's on the dribble, stops around the top of the key, pass to Fleer. Fleer goes into the corner, kicks it back over to David Philo. Down low to Rolfe. Goes up, gets the ball knocked away, grabs it, but he stepped out of bounds with it. turnover, Douglas, and it'll go back over to Torrington. Both teams will be in the bonus for the rest of the contest with 6:25 left to go in it. Castro with a pass to half-court line for Torrington, over to Kellner, left corner. Back to Castro, back to Kellner. Fires up the three, no good. It went off the other side of the rim. Rebound to Douglas on the other end. Pass to Rolfe, goes out of bounds. And who's it going to go to? It's going to go back to Douglas. It goes off a Blazer, and the Bearcats will throw it in on the right side in front of their own bench with 6:12 left. Inbounder will go to David Philo in the forecourt. Pass to Fleer. Here fires up the three, and it's good. Fleer with 13 on the night. His second three, and it's back up to a 10-point Douglas lead, 61-51 with 5:56 left. DeBolt in the corner for Torrington. Back to Castro, right side. Cross court to Kellner. To Horton on the baseline. Spin around, puts up the shot up and in the paint. He has 15. And it's 61-53. Douglas by 8. 5:42 left to go in the game. They break the half-court line with a Jeff Philo to Rolfe. Rolfe kicks it back over to David Philo. Philo to Cooper. Shot in and out. No good. Rebound tipped around. It'll go to Ty Horton of Torrington. He handed it over to Castro. Tommy passed the half-court line to DeBolt, right corner. Pass down low. Kyle Smith makes the reverse lay-in. Shot no good. Rebound. A whistle and a foul is going to be called against Ty Horton. So Horton gets called for the personal foul on the rebound. 5:19 left. And we'll go down to the other end. New player into the Torrington lineup. Coming in, Mike Bauer. Setting down Keller. And going to the free throw line for Douglas will be Brandon Fleer. He'll be there for the 1-and-1. On Horton, that's his third personal. Fleer on the night with 13 points. Free throw, good. Fleer, a transfer student, his first year in at Douglas High School. As he moved in, him and his family from Vail, Colorado, will have one more. 62-53 Douglas. One more for Fleer. That's good. He has 15, and it's back up to that 10-point lead, which Douglas has been at so often in the second half. 63-53, 5:13 left. Castro with it for the Blazers. He's at the top of the key. Now we'll dribble into the paint. Stop, fire up the jumper, and it's good. Tom Castro with 12. It's 63-55 with 5 minutes left. Douglas breaks the half-court line with the basketball. Jeff Philo left side. Cross court to David Philo. Pass down low, Fleer. Baseline shot, rims up. Tip in, no good by Ross. Rebound Smith. Here come the Blazers. Castro with a pass to the half-court line with the right side. Back out top to DeBolt. To Bauer. To Smith. Kyle. Pass down low. Horton gets it knocked away, but it goes back to Bauer. Back to Horton. Shot up and in, and it counts. Bauer, go to the line. Horton. Ty Horton in the paint, put it up, and he's fouled. Will go to the line for a three-point opportunity. The personal goes against Douglas. The free throw, that's good. Ty Horton with 18. That cuts the lead to 5. It's 63-58. Douglas with the lead in the ball. Pass to Jeff Philo, but he loses it, and it goes back to Torrington. Philo will bring it up court on the dribble. Pass the half-court line. Pass to DeBolt, right corner. Back to Castro. Blazers need a bucket here. With it to Bauer, to Smith. Free throw line shot. Rims off, no good. Rebound fought for, out of bounds. Off of Bearcat. I believe it went off either Cooper or Jeff Philo, and the Torrington will key it in underneath their own basket. Back into the lineup for Douglas. John Hardy sitting down. Jeff Philo. Horton to key it in with 4:12 left. He does so to Bauer, right corner, pass to Smith. Kyle kicks it back to Castro, to Bauer. Oh, Bauer throws the ball, and it's intercepted. Rolfe got the steal. He'll hand it off to Hardy as he walked it up court, and Hardy will bring it up. Pass past the half-court line to Fleer. Three-pointer, good. Boy, that kid can bomb him. He has 18 and 3 threes, and it's 66-58 with 3:46 left. Castro with it past the half-court line. Will stop top of the key, pass to Bauer. He goes cross-court. DeBolt. He'll stop, goes up, the hit fake, jumper, rims off, no good. Scramble for the rebound, picked up by Bauer. Back to Castro. Tommy penetrates. Kicks it back to Bauer. Three-pointer rims off. Not there. Rebound Rolfe. 3-on-1 break. Rolfe over to Hardy. The lay-in good. Hardy with 4. Give the assist to Rolfe. And it's that 10-point lead again for Douglas as Coach Dale Ryan has seen it up. 3:17 left to go in the game. Your score, Douglas 68, Torrington 58. Back here to Willie Jim after this 30 from our sports boosters.
Decker's Food Center at 11th and Richards offers you money savings.
The high school USKEI along with KWIV and Douglas. The Douglas Bearcats lead the Torrington Trailblazers 68-58, 3:17 left to go in the game. Leading individual scores for Douglas, Nathan Rolfe with 22, Brandon Fleer with 18 for Torrington, Ty Orton with 18, Kyle Smith 15, Tom Castro 12. The Blazers will have the ball in the backcourt and they'll bring it up court. Castro to bring it up past the half-court line, goes in the corner to David Kellner. Back to Castro. Castro goes in the corner to both. 3-point shot, rims off. Rebound, Flair for Douglas. He'll pass it to Hardy, and John Hardy will bring it up right side, past the half-court line. Stop, pass to Rolfe. He'll go bait down low, puts it up, shot no good. Rebound, Flair, reverse lay it up and in. Nice tip in for Brandon Flair on the reverse. He has 20, and it's 70-58, Douglas by 12. 2:40 left on the other end. Penetration shot, Castro, no good. And he'll get called for the offensive foul to boot. Tommy trying to penetrate and make something happen. Went up for the shot and he gets called for the charge. Third personal foul on Castro. 2:42 left. Ross Hunter back into the Blazer lineup. DeBolt to sit down. Cooper catches the inbound pass. Has it past the half-court line. With it now, center court for Douglas is Hardy. They'll spread out the offense. Hardy guarded by Castro. Hardy goes baseline, goes up for the shot, misses it, but there's a foul on the play. It'll be called against Ty Orton of Torrington. So John Hardy will go to the free throw line for the Bearcats with 2:29 left. On Ty Orton, his fourth personal foul with 2:29 left, and at the line, John Hardy with 4 points. He'll be there for 2. The free throw rims off, no good. We'll have one more. Hardy there for another second. Off the back of the rim, no good. He gets the rebound though. Loses it for a minute. Now he loses it out of bounds and saves it. He'll go to Rolfe and he'll put up the shot, no good. Pass up court to Torrington for Castro. He's fouled, put it up court. And they should call a 3-shot foul. Looks like an intentional from up here, but they won't. Castro was fouled coming up court. 2:18 left to go in the game. And personal foul number 5 called against David Philo. He'll sit down with 6 points. Blazers down 12, 70-58. Castro will be at the line. Castro, free throw, up and good. He'll have one more. He has 13 on the night. 70-59. One more for Tommy. That's good too. Boy, he's done a good job from the line. He has 14. Rocky Robbins into the Blazer lineup. Sitting down, Ross Hunter. And it's again another 10-point lead for Douglas, 70-60. 2:18 left to go in the game. Hardy to Keenan in the backcourt for Douglas. The Blazers with the full court pressure. Rolfe catches the inbounder. He'll pass it over to Jeff Philo. To Rolfe. To Hardy. Past the half-court line with the right side to Rolfe. Around the free throw line. Back over to Hardy, right side. Pass off Flair's hands, out of bounds. So we'll go back over to Torrington. 2:05 left. And Castro will catch it in the backcourt. Bring it up past the half-court line on the pass to Kellner. Kellner right side, back out to Castro, to Robbins, the 3, the high arcer, rims off, no good. Fight for the rebound, Kellner brought it down, pass to Orton, he'll put it up and in. Get the assist that time to Kellner. Orton with 20, and it's 72-60. Cooper catches it, pass to Fleer. They break the full court pressure. Douglas with the ball, Hardy center court. Pass to Rolf, almost got it stolen away, goes up for the shot, in and out, no good. Orton with the rebound for Torrington, 1:34 left. Kellner brings it up on the dribble for the Blazers, stops right side, tries to go cross court, he does so to Robbins. He gets it knocked away, stolen away, Jeff Feibel to Hardy on the other end. Shot up off the glass, up and in. That was a killer there for the Blazers. Hardy was 6. Timeout on the court, called by Douglas head coach Rich Yeaman. 1:17 left to go in the basketball game. Another 10-point lead for Douglas, 72-62 over Torrington. Back here to Willie. After this, 30-second timeout.
And now a word.
Carousel Flowers and Gifts, your only FTD florist.
Castro, 3 for David Kellner, 2 for Scott DeBolt, 5 for Bauer. Torrington will have to drive the length of the court, down 10, 1:17 left. Inbounder will go to Tom Castro. Tommy to bring it up, past the half-court line, goes to Kellner. Back out to Castro, cross court to Robbins. Robbins, double team, goes to Kellner. He'll fire up the 3, that's good. David Kellner with 6. 72-67. Douglas the lead with 58 seconds left to go in the game. Rolf in the backcourt to Hardy, to Cooper. Pass down to Jeff Feibel. Instead of going for the bucket, kicks it back out to Hardy, to Jeff Feibel. Back to Hardy. 47 seconds left to go in the game. The Blazers are going to have to foul. They do so as Kellner fouls Nathan Rolf with 44 seconds left to go in the game. Timeout call on the court by Blazer coach Dale Ryan. 44 seconds left to go in the game. 72-65. Douglas the lead. They'll be at the line. We'll be back with it after this 30 from our sports boosters.
Pizza should be the way you enjoy it. Hot and juicy. A variety.
44 seconds left to go in the basketball game. 72-65. Douglas still be at the line. The Blazer 5 coming on the court. Orton, Robbins, Castro, Kellner, along with Ross Hunter. For Douglas, Rolf, Hardy, Cooper, Fleer, and Jeff Philo. And going to the free throw line, 6'2", senior Nathan Rolf. Has 22 on the night. Did also a couple of free throws to boot. He'll be there for the one-on-one. First ball, airborne, in and out, no good. Rebound, Fleer. He'll spread it out left side, double team, and he's fouled on the play by Ty Wharton. 41 seconds left to go in the game, and going to the free throw line, Brandon Fleer. Fourth personal foul. Check that 5th personal foul on Ty Wharton. I had him down for 4, and they finally put up to 5. But hey, but what a game tonight for the senior. Ends up with 20 points and about 3 or 4 blocked shots, and my estimate about 10 rebounds. Coming back in to replace him, Scott DeBolt for the Blazers. And at the free throw line for the Bearcats, Brandon Fleer, and he's also enjoyed a good night. He has 20. He'll be there for the one-on-one. 41 seconds left to go in the game. First shot, airborne and good. Fleer with 21. He'll have one more. Gets the second, eyes it, puts it up, and good. He has 22, and it's 74-65. Blazers down court, down 9 with 38 seconds left to go in the game. Pass to Kellner over the corner to Bolt. But the Bolt throws it away, stolen away by Hardy. Hardy in the backcourt, pass to Fleer. Fleer with the right side, curls up with the basketball as he's fouled on the play. 25 seconds left to go in the game, and Brandon Fleer will go to the free throw line again for Douglas, as he'll be shooting the one-on-one. Personal foul number 4 on Scott DeBolt. First to the one-on-one, it's good. It rolls around and drops. He has 23. A good-looking junior. This guy's going to be around for another year after this for Douglas. 75-65, another 10-point lead for Douglas. Second one good. He has 24, 76-65. Blazers quickly down court. With it is Kellner. He throws it away to Cooper. To Hardy. He'll go down and lay it up and in on the lay-in. Hardy with 8. And it's 78-65. 10 seconds left. On the other end, three-pointer, shot no good by Castro, and a foul on the rebound going to be called on Robbins. 7 seconds left to go in the basketball game. So we'll go down again to the Douglas basket for another one-on-one opportunity. Foul call on Robbins is first. And going to the free throw line for the Bearcats will be John Hardy. Hardy with 8 points on the night. Puts the first one up and no good. Rebound to Bolt to Castro with 5, 4, 3. Castro fires one up. It's short, and that's the basketball game. Your final score, Douglas 78, Torrington 65. We'll be back with the scoring summaries for tonight's basketball game on KGOS, KERM Torrington, KWIV Douglas. We'll be back here to Willie Jim in 2 minutes. We'll be back.
Get great meals in a friendly atmosphere at Fat Ed's Cafe at 11th and Richards in Douglas. Daily breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Officially ahead him with 24. Nathan Roth behind him with 22. John Hardy with 8. Other scores, Jeff Philo with 8. He had 1 3-pointer. Troy Cooper with 6. Andy Schroeder with 2 for Douglas. David Philo with 6. One of those a 3-pointer for the Bearcats. Leading scorer on the night for Torrington this evening, Ty Horton with 20. Behind him, Kyle Smith with 15. Scott DeBolt with 2. Tom Castro with 14. Mike Bauer with 5. David Kellner, 6 points. One of those a 3-pointer. Ross Hunter with 2. Josh Weitz with 2 to close out the Blazers scoring. Again, your final score tonight, Douglas 78, Torrington 65. You folks listening on KWIV Douglas may now leave us. Glad to have you folks listening in the Douglas area tonight. You at the KGOS, KERM listeners, we'll be back here to Willie Jim with more after this 2-minute timeout from our sports boosters.